of the AFC Champions League 2020, Ulsan Hyundai.
You're listening to the K-League United podcast, proud partner of Football Nation Radio.
Hello, I'm Ashmir Khan. Welcome to The Weekend, the bite-sized preview edition of the K-League United podcast. Coming up in this week's episode, Peter Hampshire previews K-League 2 Round 14, and Matthew Binns takes a look at the pick of the action in the top tier. In addition, ahead of this week's super match, we hear from FC Seoul's Osmar. But first, here are the news headlines. South Korea moved top of their World Cup qualification group after FIFA ruled that North Korea's results are to be expunged. Holders Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors suffer an FA Cup giant killing to third-tier opposition. The Green Warriors lost on penalties to Yangju Citizen in round 4. And Gyeongnam returns to K-League, signing for former club Suwon Blue Wings ahead of his mandatory military service. Our top story this week. South Korea have climbed to the top of their group in the Asian World Cup qualification campaign after all matches involving North Korea got wiped clean following their withdrawal. The KFA on Thursday relayed the decision reached by FIFA earlier in the week. The second round, halted since November 2019 due to the coronavirus pandemic, will resume in June with South Korea as a centralised venue hosting all remaining matches. North Korea had played 5 matches, recorded 2 wins, 2 draws and a loss to sit 4th in the group, but all those results have now been nullified. As a result, South Korea, which had been in second place after 4 matches, moved up to first. South Korea initially had 2 wins and 2 draws, one of which came against North Korea in October 2019. But now South Korea have 2 wins and a draw and sit on 7 points, level with Lebanon, but are top of the group on goal difference. Korea take on Turkmenistan next Saturday and then Sri Lanka and Lebanon the following week. However, forward Na Sang-ho was forced to withdraw from the squad due to a hamstring injury. Meanwhile, Son Heung-min, Lee Gang-in and all of the players on the preliminary squad list for the forthcoming Olympics have had their COVID-19 vaccines. Some of the domestic-based players who received their first doses at the National Medical Centre on the 6th of May this week received their second dose. For those who recently returned to Korea, including Son Heung-min, Kwon Chang-hoon, Kim Min-jae, Lee Gang-in, Lee Sung-woo and Jung Woo-young received their first shots this week. The overseas-based players who are yet to return home or anybody who was unable to attend this week due to their own particular circumstances will be inoculated individually later. In midweek, the FA Cup reached the 4th round. The competition's holders, Jeonbuk, though, were knocked out, losing on penalties to Yangju Citizen of the 3rd tier. After a goalless 90 minutes, the game went to extra time, but with neither side able to find a goal, it went to penalties. Both Jeonbuk and Yangju missed one of their first 5 spot kicks, and so the shootout went to sudden death, and then down to the goalkeepers. Yangju custodian Park Chung-hyo scored his and then saved Lee Bom-young to send Yangju through to the quarter-finals. The FA Cup will now have a new winner for the 8th season in a row. For Yangju, they sit 12th out of 15 teams in K3 and lost 6-0 last weekend. Turning back to K-League, Kwon Chang-hoon has returned to Suwon Blue Wings. Kwon is due to begin his military service, but as per regulations, has to join a K-League club first before going on loan to Gimcheon Sangmu. The midfielder left Big Bird in 2016, signing for Dijon in France before moving to Freiburg in Germany. He will join up with the rest of the Suwon squad in mid-June after the World Cup qualifiers. The last round of K-League 1 fixtures before a long break kicks off on Friday with Gyeongnam Fc versus Suwon FC. That match is one of 2 picked for overseas broadcasting along with the super match. And to explain why FC Seoul versus Suwon Blue Wings is the match of the round, as well as who the team and player to keep tabs on are, here is our very own Matthew Binns.
The final round of top-flight football prior to a mid-season break sees FC Seoul and Suwon Samsung Blue Wings lock horns once more in the second super match of the season this Saturday. Elsewhere, Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors look to halt their stuttering form when they head to Incheon, while Ulsan Hyundai will be hoping to maintain their advantage at the top as they fly to Jeju. Then, Daegu FC hope to maintain their fine form into the campaign's interval when they host Gyeongnam FC on Sunday. Here are the match, team and player to watch this weekend. The match of the round is FC Seoul vs Suwon Samsung Blue Wings. The second super match of the season sees second place Suwon Samsung Blue Wings travel north to Sangam to face fierce foes FC Seoul, who sits second from bottom at present, although admittedly with 4 games in hand after the recent postponement of their fixtures. Having last clashed back in round 6, a match in which FC Seoul emerged victorious, both sides have had sharply contrasting forms, with the capital club being unable to find a win in their following 8 league matches, whilst the Blue Wings have gone on to claim impressive victories against title contenders Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors and Ulsan Hyundai in a run that has seen them climb into second. Last time out saw FC Seoul record their first clean sheet since round 4, holding Gangwon FC goalless, and their 3 recent consecutive draws could point to their current patch of form slowing. Suwon, on the other hand, emerged victorious in a 7-goal thriller in Gwangju, with Iki J scoring in the 98th minute to claim a 4-3 victory. Having been in action midweek in the FA Cup though, Suwon could be less rested than their capital counterparts. The form would suggest that the stage is set for Suwon as they search for their first league win at Seoul World Cup Stadium since October 2014. However, this fixture has predominantly fallen in FC Seoul's favour, having gone unbeaten against Suwon from 2015 until September last season. Having also won their first bout of 2021, Seoul will be hoping this could be the match that could turn their form around. The team of the round this weekend is Daegu FC. Daegu FC come into the weekend's match as the in-form side in the division at present. The Sky Blues extended their unbeaten run to 8 matches, 7 of which were wins, as they claimed a memorable victory over reigning champions Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors in the previous round thanks to club talisman Sasina scoring the only goal of the game. Like the aforementioned Suwon, Daegu find themselves in the title race after some stellar results that also include wins over Ulsan and the champions. However, Daegu's visit to Gangwon earlier did not reap such rewards, as they fell to a 3-0 defeat in what also turns out to be their most recent loss. Can the Sky Blues continue their push at the summit by righting that defeat this Sunday? The player of the round is Jeju United's Ju Min-kyu. While his side may currently be on a run that sees them winless in 7, striker Ju Min-kyu has continued to regularly find the back of the net with his most recent goal last weekend, bringing him to joint top of the Golden Boot race with 9 for the campaign so far. After a quieter season in K-League 2 last year that still saw him find the net 8 times, seeing the 31-year-old recapture the top-flight form that once saw him score 17 for Sangju Sangmu in 2017 has been a joy for neutrals to behold. This Saturday, Ju also goes up against his former employers Ulsan Hyundai, where he scored 5 in 2019 during his single season at the club. Can the forward maintain his momentum to reach double digits this weekend? So here is a rundown of the K-League 1 Round 19 fixtures. Saturday the 28th of May sees Incheon United kick things off at home to Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors before Jeju United play host to Ulsan Hyundai at 4:30. Gyeongnam FC play Suwon FC at a double bill at 7 p.m, where elsewhere FC Seoul play host to Suwon Samsung Blue Wings. Sunday the 29th of May then sees Daegu FC play host to Gangwon FC before Pohang Steelers wrap things up at 7 p.m, playing host to Gwangju FC. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you very much for that, Matthew. FC Seoul Spanish midfielder Osmar Barber looks set to feature in his 24th Super Match this Saturday. I caught up with him earlier this week, and here's what he had to say about this weekend's match, Seoul's youngsters, and the importance of long-time teammate Park Ji-young and having the backing from the stands.
Let's just talk about the Gangwon game. That was crazy. You had almost everything. Disallowed goals, VAR penalties. It looked as though your hard work was going to come to nothing with that late penalty, but then Yang Han-bin saved it. That must have been a huge relief.
Yes, actually, yes. We knew it was going to be difficult because, first of all, because Gangwon style, they like passing the ball, put players between the lines and the space that you have to decide whether to go or stay. They have pretty good style. And we came from the quarantine time, so we're not sure how fit we were. And we knew it was going to be difficult and we needed to be a bit stronger on duels. And the game ended up in a crazy way for a 0-0 game. Usually this kind of things happen when there is 2, 3, 4 goals in the game. But for a 0-0 game, it was, I think, pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah, it was. It was an eventful game, wasn't it?
Yeah, and at the end, when you've got this PK against your team, you don't remember what chances you missed before. You're just thinking, okay, please save it or shoot outside. 1 point is good. It's good enough. You've been mentally preparing all before the game and during the game. You're kind of feeling it. Oh man, we are not playing good. Or oh yeah, we are playing good. Let's go. We have the chance. We can score. We can. All the emotions that one player feels during the game. But at the end, when everything comes to a PK, it's okay. 1 point is good enough.
But it was a clean sheet. That's the first clean sheet in a while, like going back maybe to the Incheon game. So that is a positive as well.
Yes, I know our situation is not good. Of course, it's been 9 games. No, 8 or 9 games we don't win. But actually, I think it's positive. This game was positive for us. Clean sheet. We had our chances. We've got some players coming back from injuries. We are kind of coming back to our best 11. So I think Gangwon's game is positive in terms of maybe confidence for players, and I think we had some pretty good combinations as well. We are maybe gaining again the confidence with the ball. We have to be, of course, aware that it was an away game. Always away games are tough. But the thing is, our situation, we need points. We need to win. That's why it's sweet and sour, this game, But yeah. I like to believe that it is positive, and it will be positive if we can bring a good result next game.
Yeah, well, speaking of being a positive, it's now 3 games unbeaten. Yes, it is 3 games that you haven't won. The run without a win, it goes on. But if you want to try and find the positives, you have remained unbeaten, which would be very important going into this next game.
Yeah, sure. At the end of the situation, you can see it in both ways, negative or positive. For sure, when one analyzes the game more in detail, probably we will find more negative things, negative aspects that we can improve. That's for sure. But I like to be positive. If we are not positive, it will be even more difficult. So I like to be positive usually, to see the bright side. And yeah, it's 3 games we didn't lose. At least we cut this losing in a row. Now we can have a bit more confident with the ball, as I said again, and in order to create better chances and maybe the goals. I hope the goals will come soon.
Yeah, well, you got a very, very big game coming up this weekend. It is a super match against Suwon Blue Wings. Has this game come at the wrong time, do you think?
Oh, I don't think there is a good time for any game in Korea. It's a small league. It's only 12 teams. You face every team 3 or 4 times, and all the teams they are competitive. They run, they fight. Some of them they make better tactics or better playing style, but there is no easy game.
Yeah,
it's true. This game add a little bit of spice things up, but again, being or seeing the situation on the bright side, it might be the perfect game for us, to turn the other direction and start winning again, have good atmosphere again, have confidence again. So it might be even a good time for this game.
For sure. Obviously, I speak to you today on a Tuesday. The game is coming up on Saturday. At what point will you start to look at videos of Suwon? Will you be concentrating on aspects of their game, or do you think the coach will want to concentrate on your game, on how you as a team set yourselves up and perform?
I think we usually have meetings before the game. It's not because we play Suwon we make more meetings. It's kind of his routine, his style. Always. I believe it's 2 days before the game. We watch some video, and he will try to do a bit of everything. We know Suwon, we know style. We already played against them. Everybody know they are in good mood now. They I think they know how to suffer as well. I've been watching a few games, and even though sometimes they don't play that good, but they know how to suffer all together as a team. And we know it's going to be tough games. That we know we are not going to dominate the 90 minutes this game, because they are sometimes they come in waves. Sometimes they can totally play good style, but they also can not play good style, but still compete in every duel and every chance. One a long ball, one I don't know, some small details that I think they put themselves in the second position right now. So we have to control not just them, but also improve ourselves, because again, of course, we have a lot of things to improve, a lot of details that we can look into.
Yeah, and it's going to be a very big test for some of the young players. I mean, some will have played in this game before, but just looking at the team who played against Gangwon, you got lots of young players there, Itae Sok and the young centre back as well, Chao Yon. It's going to be a very big test for those and other young players in this team.
Yes, for sure. I think this year, not just this game, but this year is a good chance for them. I believe our squad is not that big. We have few veterans and few middle-aged players, and the rest are pretty young. So I guess not just this game, but the season is a good chance for them to improve quickly, learn quickly, and grow up quicker than it used to be, or it used to happen before. And well, it will be up to them. Who is more focused, who is more concentrated, who can learn a few things, pick up things from us, from the veteran players, from the coach, and who can show the coach that okay, the age is not a problem, but he is ready in the bench or best 11. Or, as you said, we made a lot of rotations lately, so yeah, they really need to be focused and ready for not just for Suwon, but for any game.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, somebody who obviously has played in this fixture many times, Park Ji-young, he came back. He came back after some time away from injury. He always seems to produce in this fixture. He scored many goals, many important goals in the super match. How big of a boost is it to have him back fit?
Well, he's a big player. He's a big name. He's a veteran, and Korea respect veteran players. So we need players like him on the pitch. Maybe we can earn some extra respect from the opponents because of his age and his quality and his experience. So it's a really good news that he's back, and we have to help him. We cannot just say, "Oh, Ji-young is the veteran guy; he will do something." We cannot leave him alone on the pitch. So we all have to be around him and help each other, and try to make a good balance, because he knows, and I think he likes this kind of games. Usually, he faces these kind of games a bit different, because he knows how to play against the Korean defenders, and he knows in these important games they will come at him stronger. But he doesn't hide. He doesn't mind. He knows this. He's ready for this. So he knows that he will be in a situation where he has to use his body even more than his feet, probably, because there will be a lot of contact. But he's good doing that. So the rest of us who are beside him or behind or whatever, we have to be ready and help him and trust that he's going to get these duels on our side.
Well, it is a home game, and you will have fans there. I don't think last time in the last home super match there was fans, so that's the fans there. They can't really shout and cheer too much, but they're going to help you, surely.
Yes, for sure. It's always a help, even though there's not many fans coming lately. Or I would like, of course, to have more and more, and hopefully soon I could see again the stadium I'm not going to say full because it's difficult to get, but hopefully fuller with more people than before. They are always a help. And again, we are well aware of our situation. We are well aware that we will play in front of our people, and we don't want to let them down once again. So we want to show them that we are not done. We don't give up, and that we want to change things. So I hope they can help us, emotionally to be confident during the game.
For sure. Well, Osmar, thank you very much for your time. Good luck this weekend, and of course, good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Fans, we want to hear from you. You're encouraged to email KLU at info@kleagueunited.com or tweet @KLeagueUnited with any questions, comments or reactions. Or follow us on Facebook to ask directly during one of our live shows.
Thank you very much once again to Osmar. There is a written version of that interview on kleague.com at the moment, as well as a recent interview with Suwon Blue Wings' Doniel Henry. A longer interview with Osmar is coming soon to the K-League United podcast, where he talks about reaching the milestone of 200 matches in K-League, so do stay tuned for that one. Into K-League 2 now, the second tier's top two scorers, Seoul Eland and Daejeon Hana Citizen, meet on Saturday night. This is the match of the round, and to explain why, here is Peter Hampshire.
Yes, Paul, the irrepressible drama of Hana 1Q K-League 2 shows no signs of abating as round 14 pits teams crammed into a congested title race against each other. 5 points separate 8th place Gimcheon Sangwoo from league leaders Gyeongnam Dragons, and the pick of this weekend's action sees Seoul Eland host Lee Min-sung's Daejeon Hana Citizen, while Gyeongnam FC look to extend their winning run at home to Ansan Greeners. Your match of the round then, as I just said, is Seoul Eland against Daejeon Hana Citizen. That's on Saturday at 6:30. Unbeaten in 4, Seoul Eland's free-scoring form that they enjoyed earlier in the season, that has dried up somewhat as the Leopards have slipped to 6th in the table. However, they remain just 5 points from the summit and could quickly claw their way back into title contention as they face the current top 3 in their next 3 games. Following 3 consecutive away games, including being knocked out at Gangwon in the FA Cup on Wednesday, Eland will be pleased to return to the Hampshire Stadium, where they have earned 4 points in their last 2 home games. They're also unbeaten against Daejeon there since 2018. Daejeon then, they moved up to second on Monday night as they raced into a 4-0 lead at half-time, thanks in large part to a hat-trick from Park Hin-yok. Their first win in 6 after numerous 1-1 draws. Daejeon boast former Eland star Won Ki-jong among their armoury, however he hasn't played in the last few games. Won netted in the reverse fixture this season and is joined in the attacking ranks by the creative figure of Edinho. Daejeon have only kept 1 clean sheet this season, but have shown promising signs of late that improvement is on the way, with Im Duk-gun rating 4th in K-League 2 for success in defensive duels. The team of the round I've picked out then is Gyeongnam FC. They've won the last 2 league games, and in the lead up to a crunch derby at the Gudok in round 15, where Gyeongnam will take on Busan I-Park, of course, Seol Ki-hyun's side host Ansan Greeners, looking to earn their 3rd straight K-League win. With a much-changed lineup knocked out in the FA Cup at Ulsan on Wednesday, it's plain to see where Seoul's priorities lie as the Reds look to close that 5-point gap to Gyeongnam at the top. Former Daegu FC stalwart Kim Dong-jin made the journey south to Changwon in the winter, and he's netted 2 match-winning goals in Gyeongnam's last 2 victories. They're away to Anyang and at home to Cheongnam Asan. Other notable signings in Willian and Hernandez, they look to be settling in their new surroundings, finally putting injury worries behind them as they impress out on the wing. Gyeongnam won the reverse fixture at Ansan earlier this season, and it was that man Willian who bagged a brace, including a stoppage time winner. From Changwon then, just down the road to Busan, and your player of the round is An Byung-jun. Taking his tally to 7 for the season with a win at league leaders Gyeongnam Dragons, the North Korean striker An Byung-jun is finding his feet on the south coast after a winter move from Suwon FC. A K2 runner-up last season, An netted 21 times in the 2020 campaign and looks to be up and running again in the red of Busan. He scored an eye-catching goal in round 12 as the Royals saw off Daejeon convincingly, and he was at it again in Gwangyang last weekend. A 30-yard free kick earned him a place in the K2 Team of the Week. The league's top goal scorer and the only player actually to score a free kick in the whole division this season, and also ranks first for expected goals and third for fouls suffered, meaning plenty of created opportunities for those free kicks around the box. Ahead to the round 14 fixtures then. 2 games on Saturday at 4 o'clock. It's Busan at home to Bucheon. And then 6:30 Seoul Eland against Daejeon. There's 3 games on Sunday. Gyeongnam Fc host Ansan Greeners, Cheongnam Asan host FC Anyang, and we finish the weekend in Gimcheon as the Army team host league leaders Jeonnam at 6:30. Don't forget there's plenty to look out for on KLeagueUnited.com, and if you are elsewhere in the world other than South Korea, then you can watch all those games for free and the K-League 1 games on tv.kleague.com. That's all from me. Back to you, Paul.
All right, thank you very much for that, Peter. And that is all we have time for this week. Thank you very much for tuning in. Wherever you are, do enjoy the weekend. Written previews are available on kleague.com, and we have all sorts of things, of course, on KLeagueUnited.com too. We are on social media, all at K-League United, and to find us, the link is, as always, in the Bruno bio. Until next time, goodbye.
스코어 2대0 김남춘의 추가골. 지금 이진영 선수가 김남춘